We've got a Porsche 356 engine here, which has been supplied to us by the owner, our customer, Andy Ballard. We're doing a few checks on it before we put the engine in to get the vehicle running, and it's highlighted a few issues, so we're just going to dismantle minor parts on the vehicle to find out what's going on. So, Rich, if you want to start.
Okay, knock the cover off. The engine's set on top dead centre on this cylinder. It should have, the exhaust valve should have a tappet clearance of 6 thou. As you can see, that's a hell of a lot more than 6 thou, too big to measure with feeler gauges. The inlet valve should have a clearance of 4 thousandths of an inch, and it has absolutely no clearance at all. The valve, this valve should be shut. If you look across that angle of it, you'll see that that valve is a good 5 mil lower than the next inlet valve. We don't know why it's holding up like that at the moment. The next inlet valve to it, which again should have a tappet clearance of 4 thou, has got a tappet clearance of about 3 or 4 millimeters. I don't know why we haven't investigated any further yet. Right, if we go around to the other side. So we'll put it onto top dead centre on this cylinder. That's inlet valve closing, and that's top dead centre with that piston at the top, so this is on its firing stroke. As you can see, there's no tappet clearance on that cylinder at all, on that valve, on that exhaust valve. I can't turn the push rod's solid. This one's exactly the same. So I'll turn it round onto...
Those are in line this time, are they?
They are level, yeah.
As opposed to the other side.
The other side, which they're not, and we don't know why. So I'll turn it round to get that cylinder firing. Inlet valve closing. We're going up onto top dead centre, which is there. Again, very, very small gap, but nowhere near the 4 thousandths of an inch that it should be. And that one has no gap, and I can't turn the push rod. The engine also has a tight spot in it. There.
So that's the torque wrench is clicking with the tight spot, is it?
Yeah. And I'm just slowly turning the torque wrench up until it overcomes it. Right, there you go. So that is about 25 foot-pound of torque to turn the engine over in that one spot.
Right, and what about the rest of the engine?
The rest of the engine will be, spin it around a bit. It's not measurable. It's not coming
up. Is it hand, turn by hand, the rest of the position?
Get over that tight spot again. Yeah, I can turn it over by hand, but then it goes tight.
Okay. Anything else that you've noted on the way of issues?
The thread for this cover in this side of this carburetor, this is leaking. I've tried to tighten it up, the thread's stripped.
Okay.
So that's going to cause some issues. Somebody's put an odd bolt in the top of this carburetor, into this top one, and that thread's stripped. That bolt's just dropped in there.
That's a different bolt to the others?
It's a different bolt to the others.
Okay.
I'll just pull it out. Yeah. And it should be that style bolt.
Okay.
But I can put that in and just push it in. There's no thread in there.
Okay.
It just goes in. The other issue is this.
Should it come out the bottom of the carburetor there? Or should that be?
Should be. The bolt's probably too long. The bolt's probably too long. It's not really. This is all very warm. Won't help the carburetor balance.
Okay. Should they have a bush, or is it
I think there should be a bush in there. I haven't pulled it to bits to see what's actually missing yet, but obviously, do you want to do points?
This engine's had an overhaul. and you can clearly see the, was that distributor?
Yeah, distributor, yeah, the old set of points in there.
It's dirty and a used set of old points, not even new points.
Full condenser.
And condenser.
That's me there, mate.
Any other issues, Rich?
That's about it for now. We'll strip it some more.
The
Crankshaft pulley nut.
Crankshaft pulley nut has got signs that it's been chiselled rather than undone with a spanner or socket. Overall, this is an engine that's been supplied to us that should be ready for fitting. Very poor. It's going to definitely require stripping to check what's going on inside before we even risk it. A very expensive repair bill. Today is the 2nd of December 2016. Thanks, Rich.
Thank you.